All right, so
No, let's start, don't use that.
what's wrong with this?
It's stupid. It's what you always do to my videos.
Yeah. So here we go. Friday night. We've decided to do something different. We got 2 tables put together. There's 4 of us here. So we're going to play one.
It's wine and cheese night.
It's wine and cheese
We're
night.
whining because of their cheese.
So, yeah. So we got 2 German players. Draggy and myself. He's running trucked Panzergrens. I've got Panzergrens. Yep, Panthers. Shout out to Sean for the Panthers. And then we got Phantom Rescue and Matt Varnish. Both running... Well, actually, you're running Aussies, right? Phantom's running Aussies. Yeah. Dennis is running British. So you've seen the list before.
So 2 Eastern Front German lists versus 2
Yes.
African
desert.
That's right.
lists.
That's right. So 2 desert lists. Here's some of the remnants of Phantom Rescue stuff. And then there's some of Matt Varnish's stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just starting to deploy on these 2 boards. There's 4 objectives. We're kind of just playing our own scenario. So you can see the iron crosses there. There's 2 objectives there. Right down the middle of the board. There's one in the pass. And then there's another one in the field right there. So basically we're both armies are deploying all the way along the board edge 8 inches in. And we're capping objectives. I think you have to control 3 out of 4 to claim it on a beginning of a turn. I think it's only fair. So something like that, just for fun. And we're checking out Robo Jocks.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
Best movie ever.
As always,
Catch it at the beginning of turn 1. Going down this side, the Germans, we got some Panzer Grenadiers.
Crap.
And those Pumas are actually 8 rads because somebody has to proxy them. And we got Nebs. We got some Panzers interspersed with Panzer Grenadiers and trucks. That's the infantry there. Got a couple of Panthers, an observer team. There's our Stukas that are in the back. Got a looted KV. Morga Panzer Grenadiers looking to go up towards the objective there. We've got a bunch of trucks sunk in the pond. They're the trucks for these guys right there with the Nebs. Some more 8 rads on the flank there with the Pack 38 that's attached to the Nebs. Looking at the objectives right there. And then on the other side we got some Australian Shermans, Universal Carriers, battery of 25 pounders, which coincidentally were the best guns of World War II. And then we got some Crusaders. And then more Crusaders, more Universal Carriers, Grants, Shermans, Grants, Crusaders, Universal Carriers, and those are 6-pounder Portees, correct?
Yes.
And then we've got some Universal Carriers, and what is that?
This is the 2IC with just another.
Just a dude. All right, and they're going to be pushing for objective there.
All our stuff, all my stuff is crap.
So this is turn 1. We're going to roll to see who goes first. The German commander rolls
6. Eat it.
a 1. Now, we get +1, so we can still go first if they roll a 1.
I already rolled a 6.
All right, so bottom of turn 1. And so let's bring it up to see what's happened here.
Well, let's start with what we did. I double timed these Crusaders.
Yeah.
In the reconnaissance part.
They actually were moved up to here.
They moved up to there.
Fired at by the 8 rads,
The 8 rads,
then
and
disengaged.
I disengaged.
Yeah.
My
Neb's smoked here, so that's what the markers are.
Yeah,
My Neb
but
first.
previous to that, I shot into the Panzer Grenadiers.
Yeah,
and
blew up one and a
bailed
half.
one, blew one. They
passed.
passed
Hung
their
around,
dismount.
disembarked.
Yeah.
Yep.
Over here, I bailed out a Panzer III that got back in with Schertzen. Over here, we moved up just to contest that. These guys stayed because there's Panthers and such. And over yonder, the 25-pounder observer was up to here in the Jeep. So that next turn, because the Jeep is against the building, it'll count as having a friendly model close to so you'll be able to hop in.
Yep.
And then
You moved up. There were some little pot shots. The Ferdinand fired down the line, bailed one.
Bailed one.
And then actually the half track.
The half track with the Strength 7 gun.
Strength 7 gun actually blew one of
Killed the
those
other
up.
one. Yeah.
And everything else moved forward.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot to move my 8 rads over there.
Yeah.
So they were just gone to ground. And then...
oh, wait, no, and his Hurricanes intercepted your Stukas.
Yes, Hurricanes intercept Stukas. And then at the bottom of the turn, and they start their turn, and they're within 4 there. They're within 4 there for our made-up scenario, and they're in 4 there. Germans lose.
But we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going.
We lost a half track and lost the game. So we're going to keep playing because we weren't really paying attention. And
we said all this bullshit.
In all fairness,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Screw you guys, I won. I'm going home.
RoboJocks was on TV, so it was distracting.
No free jack tonight.
Yeah.
Ooh. What's
Yeah.
the movie, by the way?
1,390 day retention. I couldn't get it. I'm sorry. All right, so
Alright, so
on to
turn
turn
two.
2.
Guess we'll have to rectify that.
Yes,
To be
we
fair.
will. We will advance this turn, Blaine. Yes.
That's why I was like, what is he doing? And then he's not even gonna contest that. And then over here I was like, okay,
I couldn't
well,
get there.
Wasn't
Yeah,
I
no, and that's why I was like,
My plan was just to disembark and dig in right here.
And then I'm like, oh, behind the building. Oh, it's within 4
I
That's
I
awesome.
was planning on moving to the edge here to hold
Yeah.
to contest this. I
But the
just
best
forgot
part
to
is
move.
while you guys were doing,
I forgot
like,
to move
like,
there.
Like
I
he
was
comes
going
up to me and I'm like, I know, don't say anything.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know.
All right, so end of turn 4,
Something like
3.
that,
I don't know.
It's
Yeah,
three.
3 actually. Yeah, you're right. Oh. And
game plus
so
1
stuff to actually have. Yeah, game +2.
or plus 2.
So starting this end again, we still have some bailed out crusaders
Lifted to gone to ground. Yeah, nothing.
coming around. He lifted gone to ground on my infantry.
Killed only a guy.
Killed the guy.
Over
Grants
here,
have advanced.
Over here, I tried to get some side shots. I killed Panzer III, nothing.
Yeah, the
And
Germans have now actually realized they have to take objectives, so they've moved up here. Blow up some Grants. Blew
He
some
blew
crusaders.
2 crusaders. Yeah.
I
the
lost a
Crusaders
Neb.
and the Grants.
A Nebelwoofer was lost over here.
Yes.
Moving around. You killed these guys on the top of the last turn. Panzer 3Js.
Yep.
And then over here, these guys are still pinned, hanging out. Concealed on the ground, didn't move. He lost another one of these. He's got to do a motivation actually on them.
No, these are 50%.
Oh, that's right. One
bail
bail.
was
That's right. That's right. That's right. They're still hiding. Bitches.
Yeah, well, I'm surrounded by fucking...
And hiding over there too. Ooh.
Well, I should just
Hiding.
move the tanks out of it.
The Ferdinand is slowly steamed all the way up to the middle of the board. And 8 rods. These guys are just basically, I don't know what they're doing. They're just
Nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
Nothing.
There's a good 245 points ish doing nothing. Right there. That's
Well,
they're
they're
his.
really well.
So that's it. We're just gonna keep playing for fun.
Overwatch on the objectives. That
Overwatch. That's right.
Doesn't want to take.
So top of turn 4.
Yep.
The only objective
The worst assault of
Worst
all time.
assault of all time.
Out of 7 vehicles going over this hedge, 5 bailed out or bogged.
Bogged on the
5.
hedge. Then you ended up assaulting anyway.
I assaulted anyways, and all I want to do is get one hit, force them to run, and your IC they failed or he failed the motivation every time, but the IC re-rolled it every time.
Yeah, so platoon command, 1 IC, every attack, like you
And
said.
because of the bailed out over here from the Pack 38, these guys that were all bogged up against this thing, the whole platoon ran. These guys here moved up,
pinned, right?
My counter assault got you with Panzer
got
Knights.
counter assaulted, of course.
And then-
Panzerknackers wiped it out. That's my 2 IC.
Cherry
my
on top
Grant
of the
over
cake
here.
here.
My Grant goes. Oh, yeah, that's fine. I blew up one of these Nebs with the first Grant, and then go ahead and assault into here. Failed to hit. He passes counterattack. Hits me, doesn't win me, and of course I fail my motivation.
Forgot your British Bulldog roll.
okay.
But I forgot my British Bulldog. That's right.
So you-
And then over here.
But then the Nebs fired and blew
And
one
then
up.
of course. And then over here I put a thing on the hill so I could pop the side of that, which I of course
What
missed.
is British Bulldog?
And then the Panzer III blew that up. And then the Panther
it makes you a
bailed
little better at
that.
assault.
Yeah, so basically my company, after losing the IC and 2 IC, and I'm just over there losing a Crusader and a unit, forced me below half, so I'm out, and that's.
So they,
But it's okay, we already won the game. So
yeah,
it's
Matt
okay.
Virus has already
We already won the game.
won the game on top of turn 2, so we kept playing anyways.
And
And
we
now
had
they've pretty much lost the game on turn bottom of turn
That's okay.
4.
Well, but like you mentioned,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have done this crazy assault into stupidity if we hadn't already won the game.
Yeah, yeah.
Everything would be here.
But just for fun.
British Bulldog doesn't help you for tank terror?
Huh?
Does British Bulldog help you for tank
No,
terror?
I think it
So what's happening over here?
Just
You've
re-roll
blown
it
these
for
up?
counterattacks and assault.
Planes did
which I
nothing.
failed.
That came in over there, right?
Yeah,
On the
but
artillery?
it, wouldn't, but it doesn't help you for
Four,
tank terror. It
4 on the
only helps you
template,
for-
1 hit.
Yeah,
Saved.
yeah, I was the tank in this.
Side.
Pop shoot.
What do I have over here?
Second.
You got some Shermans, right?
Yep, 2
Shermans
Shermans.
there.
My 2 ICs sitting over here.
2 IC.
That's it for this half of the board.
Okay, so everything on this whole board has to start shifting left.
Oh, why?
Because Matt wants us to keep going. No. So we'll finish out the turn and we'll call it there.
I guess Beals.
Who is?
That was fun. It was a gong show, but whatever.
Who do you hit him with?